Lakota. And for the next 40 minutes or so, my wife, my daughter, and our friend here, we're going to share a little bit about our people through song and dance and the stories of our peoples in that way. And we want to say welcome to each and every one of you to the Crazy Horse Memorial. It's a good day. A song that was taught to me long ago by my grandfather when I was just a little boy, about as old as my daughter here. And I started to learn the songs through my grandfather in that way. And so in honor of the great day here today, being that it's Native American Day, I'm going to share this song to honor and recognize this day. Oh, yeah, ancestors would study the stars, and the stars, the directions, the formations. We have many teachings about the stars. And so we also known as Wichakwi Oyate because of the Milky Way, that spirit world here. And so our people here for centuries hunted the buffalo. We used to get everything that we needed from the buffalo. Food, clothing, and shelter all came from the buffalo. So that's why today, if you guys go to Walmart in Lakota country, you'll find a lot of Lakota people in Walmart because it's historically in us to get everything at one place. So we're always at Walmart, and that's kind of where we meet each other. And during the Wachipi this weekend, we were all hanging out and saying hello. But nonetheless, our people here, when we hunted the buffalo, we did not waste any part of the buffalo. We used every part of the buffalo for a certain purpose. We were very resourceful. Our grandfathers, our fathers, uncles, all of the relatives, they were always out preparing the land here and hunting the buffalo. But can you imagine hunting the buffalo, riding horseback, bareback, alongside of 80,000 buffalo? When some of the early settlers first came here, they said when they came across the first buffalo herds, they had to wait 8 days for one buffalo herd to pass before they could continue on. 80,000 buffalo. How many of you can wait 3 seconds at a stoplight? So a little perspective there for you. You know, historically our ancestors, in our traditional ways here, you know, we never had any orphans. Because in our ways, our traditional ways, all of your mother's sisters were considered to be your mothers, not your aunties. All of your father's brothers were considered to be your fathers as well. That's the traditional way. So if somebody passed away, there was always somebody there to take care of the children and provide for them. You know, this beautiful land that we're at here today, in our language, some say Pahasapa Makoche, some say Chesapa Makoche, the beautiful Black Hills, the heart of all that is. And so this particular place has so much beauty, honor, and our ancestors, they took care of this beautiful land. We have 7 sacred sites all throughout the Black Hills. And one of those sites here is north of us, the highest point in the Black Hills that we refer to today. It was formerly known as Harney Peak, but it was renamed recently by the family here that talked about honoring the late Black Elk. And so it became known as Black Elk Peak. And this is the highest point in the Black Hills. And so during the springtime, our ancestors, we would come here to Black Elk Peak and hike up to the top and welcome back the rain, the Makia Oyate, because this was the new year for our people, the springtime. But some of us today, we celebrate just like everybody else, January 1st. But a lot of our traditional people, they recognize the springtime to be the coming of the new year. And so they make those offerings in that way. And so, ladies and gentlemen, at this time, I'm going to share, I'm going to introduce to you a beautiful woman that I've been married to for almost 20 years now. And we met at Black Hills State University over 20 years ago now. And, my wife went on to get her master's degree. And she became an author of a children's book that she won the 2017 Emerging Tribal Writers Award. Ladies and gentlemen, my wife, Jessie, take it alive, Red Counter.
Bete Washte, Chante washe na bechu zapi, which also we na Jesse taking a live encounter in Machiapi. What I said to you today in my Lakota language is good day. I greet you with a heartfelt handshake. My Lakota name is Wichachpi Tumpiwi, which means woman who was born from the stars. My English name, like my husband said, is Jessie, taking a live encounter. I'm a Hunkpapa Lakota, which is one of the 7 bands of Lakota people. You may have heard of the name of Sitting Bull before. Sitting Bull was a pretty well-known Lakota leader, just like Crazy Horse, but Sitting Bull is a leader specifically for our Hunkpapa people. Today, our people, we live up on the southern side of the Standing Rock Reservation, located up in north central South Dakota. I grew up there all my life, and I was blessed to have teachings and values from our culture passed down to me from my parents and my grandparents, as well as grow up around our beautiful ceremonies. When I was a young girl, my grandfather, the late Peter Taken Alive, he talked to us about the importance of having a college education today as Lakota people in our society. In fact, he set a great example for us by becoming one of the very first K-8 educators here in South Dakota that was Native American. I took his advice, went out to college many years ago. I met a handsome young man there, and still wonder what happened to him today. But my husband and I, we're blessed. I've been married for many years now. We have 4 beautiful daughters, ages 18, 13, 10, and 3. My family and I, we travel all throughout the United States and up into Canada, attending many different powwows. My 4 daughters and I, we all dance. My husband, he sings with various championship drum groups, or he also serves as a powwow MC, and he likes to be on that mic at the powwows. But, we also have the opportunity, the privilege, but I also say the responsibility to share about our culture and a little bit of our history through song and dance, through presentations like we are today. This has taken us all over the world, including places like Italy, Switzerland, down in South America, but my favorite place to do this is right here at home in these beautiful Black Hills. For centuries upon centuries, our Lakota people have called the Black Hills the heart of everything that is. There's indigenous people all throughout the world that say there's important parts of Mother Earth that are vital and crucial for all of us. We have a friend here today who's going to be sharing with us the traditional northern style traditional buckskin dress. I'm going to ask my husband to sing her a song, and
All right, ladies and gentlemen, at this time we're going to share with you the women's traditional style of dance. And we have with us today Cindy Roan Eagle. Let's give her a warm welcome, friends and relatives. And Cindy here, she was dancing at Black Hills Powwow all weekend. And she was making the rounds intertribals. And she was really distracted by all the handsome warriors. But she's here, she's going to celebrate with you here today, ladies and gentlemen. And she's going to share with you the traditional style of dance.
Our youngest daughter, she's 3 years old. She's our dancer in training, but I'm gonna have her dance, a couple push-ups while her dad sings. And Mila, I'm gonna have you dance up here, baby. And so Mila loves to dance. She, only thing she asks for is a slushie in return. So, but she's gonna go ahead and share the first part of the jingle dress with you, and then after that, I'm gonna be sharing with you the contemporary style of jingle dress. So without further ado, please welcome to the stage, Mila.
Bye.
hair, the men wear the feathers. And our hair, for Lakota people, they say that the eagle is a relative who carries our prayers up to the Creator. Creator then takes those prayers, touches that eagle. And so we acknowledge that these plumes and these feathers have been blessed by our Creator, and we hold them in high regard. Our hair is also very special as well. When I was a young girl, one of my grandmothers talked to me and my sisters about the importance of our hair. She says that our hair holds a part of our spirit in it, and that you can think of our hair as like an antenna between us and that spirit world. Long ago, our Lakota people, they would usually wear their hair similar to how mine is today, parted down the middle to represent that balance in life, and then worn into 2 braids. You see that these braids, when we'd see each other long ago, that these braids would be reminders to us about the 3 different parts that would make us up as a whole person: our mind, our body, and our spirit.
Further ado, here is the contemporary style of jingle dress.